Okay, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let's get this show on the road. Ooh. Let me actually swap over for you. There we go. Hopefully, by this stream, Killer Q time shouldn't be 60 minutes long or something crazy like that. Obviously, it still could be a little bit, but last night they weren't too bad. We've watched that before. We don't need to watch it again. Yeah, okay, they won't be too bad. We'll play some glitch trap. I'll go over my build. So this build kind of focuses a lot on slowdown. We have Dying Light, which, as we hook people who aren't our obsession, everyone who's not the obsession gets penalties to repair and healing speeds, essentially, which is the most important thing. Sabotage as well, but that's not as important. And then Gift of Pain makes it so whenever someone is unhooked from a Scourge hook and they are healed, they have a 16% speed penalty to healing and repairing until they are injured. So this will also work on our obsession, and I believe it will stack with Dying Light. So the main kind of idea is it's going to be hard to get slowdown from things that keep people injured. We're kind of in a state right now where a lot of people heal in the game. So instead of relying on keeping people injured, what we'll do is we rely on hooking people and knowing that they're going to be healthy, which will cause things to go slower, which gives us more time to hunt people down. And then we have Pain Resonance, which will help us fight generators a little bit. And then we have No Way Out, which will help us kind of add extra time to the game. You have to wait extra time to open the gates. So no matter what, we have some gen slowdown, we have one gen regression, and then we have one way to kind of keep the game going a little extra amount of time to try and actually contest and kill off the last couple people if we get the chance. Or if we get into a chase at the end of the game and they're trying to open the gate and the person we're chasing wants to get out, now they can't open the gate, so we have a little bit more time to chase this last person we're on and down them and hopefully get the kill. And if they aren't dead, then we hook them, and if people try and go for the save, hopefully if I can hit my shots with my axe, we'll get some easy downs on people who are trying to save in the end game. But that's pretty much the whole idea. It's kind of a slowdown build. I'm trying to slow people down to buy us the time necessary to kill them up. Whereas typically you'd see a lot of perks that are focused more on regressing gens. I feel like it's still good to have perks like that. But at the same time, whether I regress them or not, they're still going to get done stupid fast. So I'm going to try and make sure they don't get done stupid fast to begin with. That's kind of the goal here. And then I have Foxy's Hook for just like extra running speed without the axe. I've noticed that, if you want to shut up, little bro, I've noticed that it's generally better to not have the axe on you when you're trying to get places because you are just so much slower with the axe. Granted, it's only 5%, but that's still 5% slower. You don't want the axe if you're going somewhere, unless you're going through a door. Then it's fine to have your axe on you. But if there's not a door nearby and you need to get somewhere, then you should throw the axe. And Foxy's Hook makes it a worthwhile investment to pick the axe up and throw it in front of you so you can get a little bit faster for a little bit longer. I do think it is a net positive to grab the axe just to throw it for Foxy's Hook than it is otherwise. And then the restaurant menu allows you to pick it up faster, so this actually makes Foxy's Hook better in looping situations where you can throw it somewhere for you specifically to get the speed boost, but then you can also pick it up hopefully in time for the survivor you're chasing to not get the speed boost. Meaning you can basically give yourself a speed boost, but unlike a clown who can only throw yellow bottles, right? You can kind of remove the yellow bottles area of effect faster so the survivor doesn't even have a chance to get it. And yes, I know clown can throw pink bottles too, but just in this hypothetical scenario, let's say he can't. There are some other ideas for this build. You could run something other than pain resonance if you wanted to. Pop might even be a little better. For example, if I wanted to run, let's say instead of pain res, I wanted to run Pop Goes the Weasel, and then instead of Foxy's Hook, I wanted to teleport more, I could run Bonnie's Guitar Strings. You know what, we'll try that out, and we'll try a different add-on too, other than the restaurant menu. Let's say, instead of the restaurant menu, we could run the access panel to see who's next to doors, maybe? But, now with this idea, with Bonnie's Guitar Strings, we'll know exactly what generators to kick, so Pop is better than Pain Res. Because we'll know where to go. And let's use the streamers too so we can get there on time. Make sure we don't lose the gen during our travels. So I got 2 flashies, a toolbox, and 2 toolboxes. I'm expecting... Forgive me. I'm expecting those to be gen toolboxes and not sabo boxes, but they could be either or, really. Who's to say? But the whole kind of point of this build, hopefully, is that we have enough regression when we need it, but we're relying ultimately on repair speeds being so incredibly slow that we can buy ourselves a lot of time to chase people and take chases, even if it's not necessarily the best idea at that point in time. And then, obviously, if it's not the best idea, we can always move on and go elsewhere. But, and then if we are kind of struggling, or when we do get a hook, we know exactly where to go with our guitar strings, and we can go kick a gen and make it regress quite a bit. Again, just amplifying how much time we have, right? This whole build is going to make sure we have as long as possible within our game to try and kill everybody. Or that's kind of the point, if we're successful in the game. If we're unsuccessful and we don't play very well, then it's not going to work out too well. But if we are pretty successful, then it should work out just fine. Let's see. Looks like the gen by door 6 is starting a little thing. Yep. So that's exactly where we wanted to be. That's quite unfortunate. We get this. We do get that out of her pretty quick. We still get that hit, which is nice. I also saw Rebecca nearby. Well, that's fine, right? Jane's not our obsession though, so we almost don't want to go after her that much. Dying Light doesn't work if we hook our obsession. We want to hook other people who aren't the obsession. So what, this should be Ash, I think? Ash is better to go after. He's more worthwhile to chase. That's fine. Another part of why we throw the axe, even if we don't get a hit, is just to drop it. And now we can pick it back up in a loop, where it's a little better to have. I can barely tell if he's here. He is, though. He's gonna drop this eventually. Probably now. We'll break. He does not go for a blind. This is gonna be, I think, a tough map too to play on. He does not go for the vaults. Life? Interesting. That's really unfortunate. We mind game that a little bit. He does go for a blind, that's fine. He just holds W. Classic DBD gamer, always holding W. See, that's a little bit unfortunate. 2 gens and the time it took to down him. Not a lot I could do. There's just a long chase. We could have maybe stayed on Jane. But Ash was just generally better. We don't have a lot of doors nearby, which does suck a lot. It's hard to kind of actually use one of his guitar strings on this map. Door 6. We want door 6. So see, we come here, we know which gen is most progressed, and we kick it. Oh, there's someone who's AFK over here. Looks like Claudette. This is AFK. I'll hook her, but that's about it. I'll try not to use this too much, because that is kind of upsetting to have an AFK teammate. But I still definitely will. I mean, they could also let her die, in theory. Door 1. See, so we kind of see what gen is most and what gen is least progressed. Let's get that hit. She hasn't started removing it, which is actually really nice for us. Yeah, she has not started removing it for some reason, which is fine, because I'm actually faster right now, and it's hard to get. I'm surprised that stunned me. I felt pretty far away. That's gonna be hard to get an axe hit in this area. She went back up. There should be no more pallets around here. Yep, we destroyed this. That was actually really good for us. That was really bad on her end. I don't know if Claudette's still alive, like playing the game, or if she just was unhooked and healed just to be unhooked and healed. Let's go hook her there. So we have 3 stacks of dying lights. Now we can actually go for Jane. It's not a bad idea, because we can always hook her on a scourge hook, which gives us the ability to slow her down a little bit as well. So we can come here. Looks like Claudette is not playing the game. Actually, I will use this, because that is kind of free dying light for us, right? If we hook her, we get to stack dying light. Jane is on a scourge hook, so she's gonna get slowed down if she ever gets healed, which is good because she's the only person not affected by dying light right now. Go back to Gen 1. Yeah, looks like they really like this generator. Nice hit. Yeah. I'm okay with chasing now. See, we've kind of snowballed the game a little bit, so we're in a much better position to actually go on this chase with Ash, even though he's gone a little far. Okay. That was more of a Hail Mary shot. I couldn't really see where he was going, so I just wanted to see if we could hit him. I have no idea what Claudette is doing. It looks like it looks like the controller is just holding a direction. Nice hit on Ash. And pick up. Is there a Scourge Hook nearby? Not one super close, so I'm not going to worry about it. Going to the door. Yeah, I did see that just last second. That's okay. Everyone's injured, so they clearly seem to know about our Scourge Hook. But at the same time, if you're not Jane, like, it's not good for Jane right now because, specifically, like, we'll go to 3. It looks like that's where they're at. Ooh, nice hit. It's not good for Jane, or it wasn't good for Jane at that point in time because she had been put on a Scourge, meaning that she can't heal at all. And sure, she won't suffer the repair speed penalty, but if she doesn't heal, then it's easy downs. That's the thing they're not thinking about. Now Ash and Rebecca can heal because they don't have to worry about Gift of Pain, but they've still been playing with this idea that okay, then I'll just break Shack. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, like, I can play Shack. And see, now we're making everyone slow. Go to 1. Just see if they're here, sort of deal. No, they healed, which is good. Them healing is good. You can tell Ash had to heal because it took a while. They were injured for a very long time. I did see Ash here. Let me see if there's anyone on this gen. Doesn't look it. I do know Ash was back here. It's gonna be really annoying to look for him back here though, so I'm not gonna focus on it too much. We'll go for Claudette. Even though she's kind of in the middle of nowhere, which sucks. Let's see if I can hit him. At least he's by a hook. I wonder what leads someone to do this. Well, that is yet another stack of Dying Light that Ash has to deal with, which is even slower repair speeds. So the build kind of, early on in the game, it's not as good, but later into the game, when we actually start getting it going, then it kind of starts to become unfortunate to deal with. Okay, I was not expecting that. Yup. And then you mog on them a little bit. Pretty simple stuff. Pretty simple stuff. Oh, now blast mine. That's fun. Okay. That must have been a hatch offering. Oh, sure. Yeah, that was pretty messed up. I thought that was, yeah, that was a hatch and shack offering. Oh, and they wanted to take me to a completely different place. Claudette wanted to go somewhere completely different. Okay, interesting. So Claudette brought a map offering. We didn't go there, and then presumably they went AFK the whole game. Let's see, AFK the entire match. Okay. Nice little report. We move on. So yeah, Claudette wanted to take us somewhere. We did not go there, and presumably, in my mind, that probably made Claudette a little upset. She got a little salty, and threw, which happens. Damn, I've got a lot. I've done all my 10s. I've done 10s out of 10s. Damn, maybe I've played way too much. You know the total. Wow. Maybe I need to play more though. Almost enough to prestige again. What I'll probably end up doing though is getting another killer, just to get more perks, right? Because I don't have everyone unlocked, and if you don't have everyone unlocked, then you're also missing out on perks, which is the unfortunate truth of this game. You definitely want to try and get as many perks as you can to just kind of diversify what you can bring to the table. For example, I could bring, if I had Corrupt Intervention, that's 2 minutes that's 2 minutes where 3 gens on the map can't be done until I down somebody, which gives me more time to set up Dying Light or Gift of Pain. So, you know, I will say though, Dying Light, like this build doesn't work as well in the early game. It's kind of a late game kind of build. If you can get set up by the time there's 3 or 2 gens left that they gotta do, then that's when you're gonna succeed the most, because they still have to do some gens to get out, but you've got, like now they're going, let's see, we had 6 or 7 stacks by the end there, I think. Let's see, the max you can get is 8, right? No. It'd be 9. Because if you hook everyone but the Obsession 3 times, that'd be 9. So 9 stacks, 3 times 9 is 27. That's 27% slowdown. Let's say we hook everyone except the Obsession twice. That's still 6 stacks. So 6 times 3 is what, 18% slowdown? That's already more than Gift of Pain. But if you stack it, granted these numbers do stack, I would assume they do. It doesn't say anything about this effect does not stack. Granted, you stack them, and now you have them working at, what, 34% slower? It's a really nasty build, but only if you can get rolling. If you are a killer who can't get rolling very easily, then it's not going to work. Thankfully, Springtrap has just enough in his kit through add-ons and everything to be able to buy him the time to get rolling, right? without Bonnie's guitar strings, I don't think this works as well. And the reason I say that is because you can get rolling, but you can't contest generators very well. But with Bonnie's guitar strings, you know exactly where to go. You say, okay, here's what I need to contest. Here's where I need to put up a fight. Here's what I need to stop from happening. And that's kind of the place to go. But, yeah, I think obviously it would work on other killers too who kind of have, I think good mobility makes the best use of this kind of idea of late game slowdown, getting set up and then slowing the games down once you can get things rolling, because you have the ability to actually like mobilize. If you're a trapper, you are not having a good time, right? You could, in theory, still make a build like this work as trapper, but I would assume it's not as easy because you have to place your traps up and yada yada yada. Without your traps, you're an M1 killer, and you have to hope to God your traps work, and hope to God the survivors don't know about your traps, and this and that and this and that. With Springtrap, though, it's much better. Much, much better. But that's just my thoughts. You could, I mean, there's a couple of builds that I think would work on him, but this is also a build that I haven't seen, or maybe I have seen or have taken bits and pieces from. Like, granted, I know these perks are pretty decent, if not good. Like, Pop Goes the Weasel and No Way Out are good. Gift of Pain, I think, is good. But Dying Light, I don't think, is a very, like, widely regarded perk as something that is good and should be used. But I think that's kind of what makes it fun, too, is experimenting with a perk that's not necessarily considered that good and seeing what you can do with it. And I think Springtrap, because healing and unhooking, like, the reason why I'm okay with bringing Dying Light is because it lets the Obsession unhook and heal. But with Gift of Pain, we're gonna take away some of that unhook. Let's say it's flat subtraction, right? 33 minus 16%, that brings us not to 23, but that brings us to what? 17? So they get 17% healing instead of 33% healing speed, which is fine, but we're in kind of a spot right now where healing is a big thing. A lot of people heal. So I'm already expecting people to heal. And if they aren't healing like we saw in that last game, then half of the Obsession's advantages through Dying Light don't matter. Like, it doesn't matter that I have Dying Light and I'm buffing the Obsession because they're not using the buffs if they're not healing. Unhooking is something completely different, but even then, if you go for an unhook and Springtrap catches you, he can just throw the axe at you and that's a free shot. If you are healthy, then you should have more time to get out of there, but still, that is that's the least of my worries playing as Springtrap or Glitch Trap. Let's see, just need a third person, or I guess a fourth person. Oh, there we go. A Jeff. Is that a key, a med kit, a toolbox, and a flashlight? So this person might have a key that lets them see me. So it's going to be hard to mind game them. So we might, if Meg's not our obsession, we might want to chase her early on. Or try and be stealthy if we do chase her, right? Try and get her to use that key up, if it is a key that lets you read the killer's aura. Which I'm assuming it is. It could not be, though. We don't know. But there are keys with add-ons that let you see the killer's aura, so if they're close enough to you, I believe, so you can kind of use it in loops to see if a killer's trying to mind game. But we also can maybe try and use that to our advantage and try and set up some shots that I'm not gonna actually go for, but that might get her to mess up her pathing, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I can notice what kind of key it is. 3 secrets. Okay. Those could be a plethora of things. Let's just hope it's not map offering to go to, I don't know, some horrible, awful map that actually goes through. Because as we saw, map offerings are not 100%. Which is nice. I think that's a very good addition. Because it's annoying to be sent. This might have been a map offering. This could have been an RPD offering. I'm not 100% certain, but we'll see. Let's see, where should we go? Ooh. Nothing's happening just yet. There's no outside gen. 3. I see the littlest tint of pink. Almost. Outside gen doesn't appear to be there though. That's Fang. Fang's our obsession. So we want to try and get this girl on a SCAR truck as fast as we can. Jeff tried to white knight her, which is nice, but ultimately did not work. And there's a SCAR truck right here too. So yeah, we want to hook here. Generators here. He's all sorts of confused. Now we want to hook him. Let's come to this gen. Chances are there's some work being done on it. I was gonna say, if not, then it might have been a pretty progressed one, but it was not. Let's actually take time to think about where to go. Okay, it does look like this is the most progressed one. I thought I was misreading, maybe. I was not. So let's kick this, and then let's head back here because I figured we'd need to. Fang now is incurring the healing speed penalty. Okay, we'll just go after Dwight. I was wondering if I wanted to wait to get my axe back, but I was gonna. That's unfortunate that we hit a lamp. That was a little bit more to be expected. Now they could get a flashy save, I think, from this angle. They're trying to reveal me on the door. Interesting. You don't see that often, so I'm actually completely fine with that. Let's come here. Now we got 2 dying light. We got another gift of pain. 4. Quick, quick, quick. We need to go back right now. We need to go back. I'm gonna slug briefly to try and stop this. And now we'll go and pick up. Meg could be nearby, and if she gets a pallet save, that's fine. She does not. This is not a dying light, because that's our obsession, and we kind of don't want to hook her again for a little bit, so we can build more dying light stacks. Because if we kill the obsession, then we don't gain any more stacks, right? So we want to wait a little bit, just kind of hold off on that. That's regressing. Let's go to door 5 and see if they come downstairs. I can hear them. We need to see, I would like to see Meg in an ideal world try and do something beneficial to her team. Let's go to this gen over here. Just because I'd like to chase Meg a little bit. This is probably her too. Okay. We'll kick this and then we'll head out for her. Nice hit. That's fine. I don't mind. Yeah. I don't mind kind of going on a different path. I thought I heard Fang or someone's like moaning and groaning. No one's gonna get Dwight though, it looks like. Oh, someone did. Last second. I will go to Gen 4. I have a feeling it's not regressing anymore. Yep, exactly right. Good hit. She can't use the key when she has the axe in her back, so we need to make use of that, right? I believe the axe prioritizes over items, so you can't use your item if you have the axe in your back. Nice. That's unfortunate, but fine. I didn't actually mean to step forward that far. She goes upstairs. Yeah, she has that key, so I think she can kind of tell where we're going. Did not help her here, though. Maybe she wasn't using it, because the keys only have X amount of usage, so you can't use them forever. Fang is not healing. I think she is aware. We can actually afford to kick that real quick, because we have he had to fall, so he staggered. Nice. Could have thrown it lower. That was a good dodge on his part, though. We'll call the axe back. Nice. But that's fine. Even though we didn't get the hit, we kind of did enough to distract him. Open himself up for the hit. They're not saving Meg. Maybe because I'm still kind of nearby. Yeah, I'm okay. They got the save. Is Jeff dead? Jeff is dead. Yeah, Meg's kind of been the most elusive one. So she's the only one who's not dead right now, which means Fang has healed. I don't see there's no blood here, so this is not Meg. I believe this is Fang. I'm gonna kick this actually. I kind of don't want to kill Fang just yet. I mean, granted we do still have 6 stacks, so that is 18% slower gens, which isn't bad. But if we could make that a little bit slower, you know, snowball even just a little bit more, That wouldn't hurt. Someone's using a door. Okay. Nice hit. We're probably not going to get the grab here. But we do get a little bit of time without our axe, which is nice. Now Fang is dead. 18% slower gens is probably more than enough, if I had to guess. Let's see if we can use this door to our advantage. I haven't really been able to grab people through the doors. That's kind of the hardest thing to do. It's one of his achievements too, which makes me a little sad, but I feel like survivors are fairly enough too scared to go through doors. Like, fair enough, honestly. It is an insta-down. Oh! Just as I'm talking about it, though. Sorry about that, Dwightio. I don't see anyone going through. I have no idea where Hatch is gonna be. Nice. She found it. They might have brought a hatch offering and a map offering. I don't know. But I'm glad she found it. What key did she have? It was. Yeah. Good luck next to Meg. It was a key. So this reveals the killer's aura, but increases key's energy usage, and then that adds 15 seconds to the key. This is also 5 seconds, but they also made it so you can use it to open hatch. They use that kind of key, just in case maybe they... But this is Killer Shack, and actually map offerings work on this map, but I don't remember exactly how. Because I know there is actually a Killer Shack spawn and a main building spawn. And it looks like that police room, the Welcome Leon room, was Shack side, or it was Shack spawn. And then, yeah, just a bunch of secret offerings. No map offerings, though, just unlucky map. Nice, though. But yeah, Snowball build definitely works. And I think it's also just an uncommon like pair, right? I feel like Dying Light isn't used a whole lot. But I think another reason why I like it, I don't typically try to run super nasty mean builds. Like, I'll play meta builds from time to time because, like, they're good, obviously, and if I want to do well, then I need to use good perks. But I typically don't try to run super nasty meta builds. However, I feel like this isn't, like, this build is okay. I'm okay with using this because if I do poorly, then it won't matter. Like, my perks don't get to work if I don't do well. So you kind of have to do well and play well and have some level of success in order to use this. But if you can have that success, especially early on in the game, you're gonna do pretty well by the late game because you're gonna snowball so intensely that I think once you get 6 stacks, it's okay to kill the obsession, and now nobody is buffed. Although once you kill the obsession, you lose the dying light snowball, so it's kind of good to keep the obsession alive as long as you possibly can. But, you know, that's just what I think. That's just what I think. I like the build though. I like the build. The snowball aspect of it, I think, is probably my favorite. It feels very rewarding to do well because once you start doing well, you actually can you will turn the tides, and I think that's what I like so much. You just need to keep track of hook stages, like who you're hooking, because if they have perks that change who the obsession is, then you need to be like, okay, this person is my obsession and they're dead on hook. So you need to stop going after them, essentially. Alternatively, you could kind of run friends to the end, right? I don't think it would work very well, though. But you could try and run something that changes your obsession. But, no, I like the build, though. I like the build. We'll probably do a couple more games, though, because, to be honest, I kind of just woke up before stream, and so I'm rather hungry, and instead of being the average Twitch streamer who eats their food mid-stream and is like, okay, guys, let's watch a video I won't react to while I eat my food. I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy your life and your time while I eat, because that's really unfair to the person I'm watching. Because imagine I'm watching like somebody who puts 6 bajillion hours into their content and stuff like that. But and I'm just sitting there like, nom nom nom. Oh, that's neat. Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom. Huh, that's, I never thought about that. Nom. Like, bro, what? What? Also, because I don't have like a webcam, so you guys can't see me get up. I know that's what some people do for some streamers, bro. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure I could go to Reddit and look up like Pokimane sitting up from chair compilation, and that shit probably goes crazy. Hey, look, new game. Okay, well, if Quentin wants to ready up. Is that 3 toolboxes? Oh, I'm so cooked, chat. I'm actually mega cooked. We hook where we can, I think. We might have to leave Scourge hooks behind if they're not easy to get to. Okay, team. Let's get this bread. Let's get this bread. We're winners, right? We're winners. And that's 3 toolboxes, bro. We're gonna get gen rushed so hard. Unless they're all Sabo boxes, in that case, I will respect it and appreciate. Okay, we're playing on dead dogs, so this could either go really well or really poorly for us. This could be a bully squad. Did they bring a map offering? No, they did not. Okay, so they didn't try to get me here. But this could be a team of people who wants to make my life miserable. Which is typical for dead dog. Is it 2? Looking like it's 2. They're on that. They're on that, bro. They are gen rushing the shit out of this. Holy. Okay. Renato. I think he still ran this way a little more than he wanted to. Okay. Nice. He's down on pallet. We're gonna come back just to see if anyone's still here. That's pretty far away. Nice, okay. That's good, that's really, really good. I'm gonna probably end up either talking a lot or not talking very much at all. Let's go to main. I'd love to stall this gen as much as possible. Okay. I need to kick this. I need to kick this. There was still another guy here, so I'm gonna kick this whilst I'm here. I believe they went this way with the axe. Yep. Scene partner? Honestly, you could have probably gone away if you didn't have scene partner. I don't think it would have been hard for me to find you, because you blend in pretty well with the environment. I think they're back on top of that. We gotta go to 2. Come on. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Lots of scene partners. Nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm not worried. No fear, bro. No fear. Most people don't expect 0 fear. Let me come here. I try to play. I thought maybe. I mean, you still probably can get that hit. But he just wasn't even there to take it. That's fine. Drop it. Drop it at 3. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We take that. That's Renato. He's not dead, but I have hooked him. I don't think the axe is supposed to be there, because that was in my wrist. We'll put him on the scourge hook. They've only done 2 gens. One is, main is still their most progressed. Nice hit, bro. Nice hit from me. Nice hit. Yeah. Break that. Of course, the hook. Of course, the hook is right there, man. The wall messed me up. That's not good. Where's she going? Where's she going? Out in the middle of nowhere? I think I saw another person over here too. That's okay though. If she wants to take me out here, that's actually kind of fun. I heard a flashy. But being out here also lets me know that, like, no one's going to save her. This is a free... Yeah, no. Shut up. Shut the hell up, dude. I'll take a standard hook. There's a gin here, so there's a door. You sweat a little bit to do this. It's still one, bro. It's still one. They're not doing this very much at all. Nice hit. That's a big hit. I don't know where he is. That's fine though. We'll come back this way. Yeah, because she's screaming. She's actually gonna stop a heal because of that too. So many scene partners. Oh, a little bit more left and I would have had that. I'll take it. I'll take this. That's fine. I don't think you understand. I actually don't mind chasing you. Where are your scratches, buddy? There should be a gift here. We'll kick this. And we'll come here and we'll pressure this. I don't want to chase him actually, he's dead. Yeah, I'm gonna leave him. I'm gonna leave him. Which sounds stupid, but it's not. Nice hit. I'm getting a lot better at hitting those crazy shots. I believe she's dead. We'll just hook her here. Yep. Fidelity out of here. Fine. Take this. I'm gonna break this round here. I heard the vault. He moved. Yep. Kind of bring him this way. There's no more. Perfect. That's so unfortunate. I'll break this. That's fine though, because since he's still around here, he's letting that gen regress like crazy. I heard that person above me. That's fine. Now we can. I believe he's almost dead. Felix is injured. I still have all 4 stacks of No Way Out. Meaning that it's going to take them a very long time to even be able to open the gates. I can come after our obsession, Renato, who is dead. Down him, like so. They're still gonna incur a little bit of this penalty too. While he's dying, so they're still gonna heal a little bit slower. Quentin especially, because he has Gift of Pain and Dying Light penalty combined. There he is. We'll go after him, sure. He used Dramaturgy. We do need to break this. As I said, let's see if I can't cut him off. Which I certainly can. He's gonna be dead. Felix should have probably gone out sooner. Maybe Quentin lives long enough to find Hatch. As soon as he opened the gate, though, he should have gone out. Oh, I don't know if there was an offering. GG, well played. Good players, though. Good players. 3 brand new parts. Three BNPs is wild. Is it just quiet? It's useful. Oh, so the stealth is useful. Just taking a break from Springtrap. I need my stats to be good, man. I gotta see them going crazy on the site. I was doing well without it before, though. Bro, I think Guy's just upset, bro. Brody's just upset his 3 BNPs didn't win. I'm trying to be nice and respectful. Bro, you have 3 brand new parts, chat. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I don't mind these at all. Y'all rock this shit, bro. Wear that shit with pride, honest to God. But, like, you have 1 brand new part, 2 brand new part, 3 brand new part, and you're coming after me! You have Gin Rush of the Century! I snowballed you guys like crazy. Just be mad, bro. Like, bro. Okay, whatever. I might call it there though. I'm hungry. That was a good last match too. We did well. Next time I'll use Springtrap. I'll use Springtrap next time. Let's put you guys on BRB mode. I'll check my stats, see if they actually are going crazy. I need to get more images for BRB mode, now that I look at it. Oh, do I need to... I need to get better about YouTube stream, I think, because YouTube does not like all the setting changes. Okay, let's go check my stats, team. Yep, sign in. No, I'm not a robot. Hurry up. How are my Springtrap stats looking? Bro, he's only got 62%, bro. Come on. Granted, I haven't played a whole bunch with him. And he's new, so I'm still kind of getting the hang of him. I've only broken 3 total walls. That's crazy. Here, let me react channel. Here are my Springtrap stats. He's 5th most played already. It's definitely bound to go higher. He's probably number 1 in the last 30 days, yeah. But, I mean, that's more than 50%, so I'm fine with that. Honest to God, though, the skin, you can't notice a difference from Springtrap's end, because, like, I can tell he doesn't go clang, 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 but he still stomps on my end, so it doesn't sound too different. I didn't think it was that quiet. But good to know, good to know. Okay, well, I actually did want to check these, because I've been wanting to see how my stats have been going with Springtrap, because he's not like top 3 yet, so I didn't think I could actually check, but I can check, so I just feel stupid. Okay, well, there's my stats, kids. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you to anyone who watches the VOD.